Peace, y'all. This is Empress, Coach Rena Nicole, and this is the one, the only AM Inspiration Show to wake that ass up, streaming live on all networks, period. Yes, so great rising, good morning, assalamu alaikum, peace, high vibrations, salutations. Let's get to it. Today, the topic is the 3 laws of attraction. With that being said, let's kick a vibe. Tune in and tune up. And we are as we go into this message today. Period. Peace, y'all. How y'all doing? Now, this is Empress Coach Rena Nicole, and we are here. We have arrived. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, or Sensual Saturdays, 11/12/2022. And we are grateful and thriving and happy to be here. Now, today's topic is this AM, the 3 laws of attraction. And that's what we're going to talk about. So, nice to see y'all. Give yourself a round of applause for being here and being present. Period. Okay. With that being said, tune in, tune up, and let's get it. Now, I know you think like the 3 laws of attraction are, yes, it's literally like the laws of manifesting almost. Okay. Well, literally, that's what it is, actually. So let's talk about that a little bit. A lot of the times we hear these things like laws of attraction, manifesting, and like I said before, it's almost like you can go to Bed Bath and Beyond and just pull it off a shelf because that's how vague it is when people talk about it, or they're just talking about it to sell you a product. they're not actually elaborating on how to do these things. They're giving you surface level information because that's all they really have on it, But on this podcast, we're giving you the information to wake that ass up consciously, spiritually, physically, emotionally, physically, financially, and soulfully. Period. Okay. So there are three key laws of attraction, right? And literally, a law is something that works whether you believe in it or not. Like the law of gravitativity, which does not rely on your beliefs to function. Hello, like gravitativity and other laws of physics, the law of attraction doesn't require you to believe in them to work. Okay, so it's okay for you to be skeptical about it, but it's going to work whether you believe in it or not, right? So let's talk about what the three laws of attraction actually are. So the first one is like attracts like. The second one is nature arbors a vacuum. And the third one is present is always perfect. Period. Now, from these three laws, there are a number of principles which are extrapolations from the original law. Like attracts like, then there are number of simple steps for using these principles, right? To apply to your current existence. So it will enable you to effortlessly attract things, people, and opportunities that you desire. Okay? So it's not about not believing. Is literally, this is the stuff that dreams are made of. Literally, when you understand the laws of power, the laws of attraction, manifestation, when you understand all those things, then you're on your way, okay, to having that life that you desire. Actually, as well as putting the work in, believing in things takes work, right? Okay, so let's talk about like attracts like. So a lot of folks, they always say, things like, oh, opposite attracts, and that's absolutely true, because magnets do attract the opposite polarity, okay? And then you see how they reject the same polarity, right? So it's more often that likes attracts likes, right? So say for instance, if I was somewhere and I was eating a salad and I was meditating out in the open and just chilling on my blanket, just having my lunch, and then I was like, okay, let me meditate and do, like, never mind, let me do some yoga poses. And after I meditate, I did some yoga poses, and then next thing I know, I look to the side of me and someone else is just like, just like, oh snap, I'm gonna do this with her. Then I look on the other side of me and someone else is there. Listen, these things happen to me all the time when I go outside. So literally, you attract who you are to you. Or if I'm outside painting, and I always seem to draw a crowd. People just keep walking past, or just looking, like peeking up, trying to see what I'm doing, or even coming close to ask, hey, can I get a look? Or, is this for sale? Things of that nature. Or just telling other people, hey, come look at this, it's really cool, because like attracts like, interest, most of the time attracts interest. And like literally, if you think about it, okay, say most friends have, like, if you're a tall person, you're gonna hang out with a bunch of tall friends in high school, right? For the most part, I said for the most part. And a lot of people, they tend to marry people with the same social economic. 10. I said a lot, not all. Okay. Period. Um, However, what it really means is that our thoughts attract our results. Okay. So if you're always thinking, hey, I'm always struggling, I'm always going through things in life like this, you're always going to go through things in life like that. You're always going to struggle, because guess what? You are stopping yourself with that stagnant ass, dry ass energy. Period. Okay. You are doing it to yourself. This is what we call being a what? Victim of your own circumstances. Dun, dun, dun. Because what? Because we think about and believe, and then we what? We tend to do. Our actions produce the results we have in life. Hello? Great. So having that limitless and low vibrational thinking leads to limited actions, and even counterproductive actions and produces low vibrational results, right? As beings on this fourth dimension or planet Earth, whatever you want to call it, we are limitless. Hello, we are limitless. And although the brain is hardwired to low vibration or quote unquote negativity to keep us safe, we have to do that work to change that predisposition, okay? To attract, to manifest things, to learn things, to empower ourselves and project out into the world, okay? That's the work. That's the work. You can't say I want to be a movie star and never go for an audition. Or you could just create content to get yourself noticed. You have to do something to get to somewhere. Okay? You can't say I want to win the lottery jackpot and never play the lottery. Every action has a result, right? And you may not see the result today, but you're damn sure gonna see that result. Hello? Pay attention. No sad stories. Listen, limited and low vibrational thinking leads to limited action, period. Okay. And a counterproductive action will lead to low vibrational results. If and when you have those negative thoughts or low vibrational thoughts that money is the root of all evil, it's not it's not really foreseeable that you will be someone who takes action into making your life a financial success. When you put something like an inanimate object that can multiply and it can propel you to a place that you haven't been before, and you put that kind of thought on it, that means you're putting low vibrational associations to money. Okay, so if you do happen to effortlessly attract money, you will definitely not use it wisely. You will definitely frivolously spend your money. You will definitely not have that financial liberation because you don't even seek it. So I mean, come on. You will not be financially responsible, point blank, period. When you associate money to something that's really low vibrational or quote unquote negative, you are putting negative connotations on money, point blank, period. I don't care what conspiracy theory you believe in. I don't care what you say. It is what it is, point blank, period. Now, if you are someone who's like, you know what, I want to attract abundance. I would like to attract abundance. I am abundance. That's how you literally start off. You start off with everything starts with a thought. Okay. So one of the first steps to wealth is to eliminate the negative or low vibrational thoughts that you believe in. And excuse me for keep on saying negative, because I don't like saying words like negative, positive, good, or bad. So just mind me for today. I meant to say low vibrational. So you have to replace those thoughts and beliefs, and then do the work for that high vibrational belief. To feel real to you by solidifying it. Okay, with action. Now, how do we do that, Empress? Here you go again, Empress. Take a chill pill. Okay. Now, for example, you may want to open a savings account and every week you deposit $500, right? And you say, I'm effortlessly, I talk too fast, effortlessly growing my wealth. It helps to remember that money is neither good nor evil. That's people. That's not inanimate objects, okay? Hello? Now, but simply a tool that can be used to create or propel or to help you manifest the things that you desire. Hello? Okay. Now, you can use a hammer and build a house. You can use a hammer to clock someone over the head. But the hammer is not at fault either way. It's an inanimate object. And this is the same thing I talk about with guns. I said a lot of people act like AK-47 picked up his pocketbook and his Timberland boots and walked into walked into schools and was like, "Hey, I'm feeling froggy today. Let me pull on my trigger." Nope. People do that, right? So it's just like, as humans, people always want to find someone to blame. They don't want to talk about accountability. They want to remove problems that's not problems, instead of like getting more services to help people and different things of that nature. Not talking about gun laws anymore. We're just talking about in general, okay? So, excuse me. Like, okay, let's talk about something different. I want to give y'all a different type of example. If you feel like, oh, I want to be more attractive, whether you are any kind of weight, it doesn't matter, right? But if you feel like, okay, let me look in the mirror and see how I feel. No, I like to start on the inside. So why are you telling yourself that you're not attractive, right? So when you start to tell yourself that I'm beautiful, I'm worthy, I am flawless, I am God's gift. He broke the mold when he made me. Period. Hello. Period. Okay. Period. The mold was broken when he made me. You know, that's the type of energy you need to start with. Some people are like, oh, you need to start with changing your looks, because don't matter how pretty you look. If you feel ugly inside, you're still ugly. Hello? Listen, that's the crazy part. People do all this shit to dress themselves up. Like, you just dressing up the ugly. You just dressing up the trauma. The trauma going out tonight. Period. Okay. That's why your ass is drunk as a skunk, and you down and you suppressing. With the drinking and the drugs and all types of things. Excuse me. And it's not to judge, but it is what it is. Because when you come here, you're gonna get transparency and you're gonna get the straight up truth. It is what it is. That's why you drown yourself. That's why they call it drowning your sorrows. That's why they call it that. Because you're drowning yourself so you don't have to feel shit. Period. So if you feel like I don't look pretty and I'm ugly, that's some inside stuff you got to work on before you even touch the outside. You can do all the work you want to do on the outside and still feel like a piece of shit on the inside. So you will never feel beautiful. You will never feel like you're fit. You will never feel worthy, because inside you told yourself, with these thoughts that you refuse to reframe, that you're comfortable with, that you're stagnated with, that you go to bed with every single night, that's killing you from the inside out, that you are not worthy. So if you feel that way, you're going to always attract things to you that's not worthy of you, because you don't even feel worthy of it. Hello? You're going to attract the lowest of the low, because that's what you're projecting out into the world. The lowest of the low. Point blank, period. I'm just saying, listen, because a lot of times we get stuck. We really get stuck. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, my book, How to Unfuck Yourself, it's going to be out pretty damn soon. And I can't wait for y'all to read it, because I go into elaborate detail on decluttering the mind. Decluttering the mind, because it works along with manifestation. So there's no way that you can say affirmations every day, but still treat people like shit. There's no way you can do that. People do it, but I'm just saying, they're not going to get the reward. They can talk about how many rewards they have all they want to, but the rewards will not come. The rewards will not come. If getting attention is a reward for them, then fine, they get the awards. You get what I'm saying? But that high vibrational, that optimal life, that living soft, that soft life, that joyous life, that family and friend life, whatever kind of life they desire, it's not going to be a healthy one, because they're not healthy themselves. That's like showing up to a marriage with a healthy partner and you're unhealthy, but you want to have healthy conversations, but you want to have a healthy relationship. It's like you're fooling yourself. You want something for nothing because you're not prepared to do the work. That's how the laws of attraction work. Period. That's how the law of attraction works. Excuse me, y'all. I apologize for that. Excuse me. Now, like I said, you still want to pay attention to the outside part, of course. But me and my house, we work on the inside first. Period. No matter how someone else may receive us, because that's their own trauma that they project. So I'm like, oh, you need to do this, and you need to be, oh, spirit, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know you're doing the work, and you know what your ancestors are saying, and you know what your spirit guides are saying, and you see the results of the work that you're doing, then you have no reason to allow someone else's opinion of you or projection of you to keep you stagnated in the energy that they brought up, that they brought to you. You didn't bring that energy to you. Keep protecting yourself. Keep elevating, keep growing, and keep doing the work. Literally, if you want to manifest these things like wealth, abundance, you have to have that channel open for wealth and abundance to receive it. That's the issue. Why does she keep talking about, attraction, because that's the topic one. And also because if you're not clearing that space by doing the work, you're not open to receive the abundance and wealth, okay? Period. You're not open to receive it. A lot of people claim to be open to receive it. They can see whatever everybody else is doing except for themselves. Hello? Now protecting yourself does not mean you're not open to receive. It means that you're not allowing certain people in. It means that you're using your discernment, but you're still doing the work. That does not mean being an open book. That does not mean having no boundaries. That does not mean not sticking to your standards or being assertive in your existence. That's not what it means. Because I think a lot of people got it fucked up. They think that people that are open-hearted or all these things, they're just showing up. Oh, I love the trees and I love the flowers and I really love the sun. I mean, we do, bruh. No, I'm just playing. Well, I need a moment, guys. I get the giggles. As you know, if you've been listening to this podcast, this is our 58th episode, and I get the giggles, okay? So, excuse me. Literally, people will write your name on stone that you don't even own. Hello? Is this thing on? Dun, dun, dun. What did I say? People will write your name on stone that you don't even own. They're already projecting your existence for some bullshit that has to do with them and nothing to do with you. Because they don't like how they can't control you. They don't like how they show up and you don't bend over. And that's a possibility. That's a strong possibility. A lot of the times when you are doing the work and people don't like how the work looks, it doesn't look the way they see it as doing the work. They want to see it the way they see it when they themselves need to do the work themselves. So like I said, those laws of attraction can be extremely personal, but using them and doing that work can help you to expand out into the world, into the universe, into your communities, and do some real positive, dope ass shit, period. High vibrational stuff. It can just really help you out there and start to attract things that you listen. When I go outside, when I walk in the room, what Maya Angelou say? It's like, look, she moved her hips like she got oil wells pumping in her living room, period. She said oil wells pumping in her living room. Listen, it's so imperative to be your own hype person. I am my own hype person, period, point blank, period. Don't need nobody else to hype me up. Don't need no one else to be like, oh my God, you're so dope. No, I know I'm dope. And I appreciate you for being here in the space of dopeness with me because you're dope as well. When you get to that point of not giving a crap or giving a care of how people see you or how you doing the work shows up to them, as long as your intent behind it is to elevate, heal, and grow and sustain, keep doing that work. That's all I can say. Everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna like how that work shows up when you walk in the room. When you are present, they're not gonna like how that work shows up on you because they see some shit in you that they might not see, that they see in themselves, that they can't find in themselves, or that they want to put their hands on and control. Hello. Yeah. My whole thing is, let's talk about this next one, right? So if you don't need it, you are more likely to attract it. What Empress? What are you talking about? Neediness is any form is inherently repellent. Okay. So it follows from the law of attraction, like attracts like, because a lack of something attracts more of a lack of something, right? So think about it like this. Just like those low vibrational thoughts attract more low vibrational thoughts in a vicious cycle that is hard to break. Think about how you being in debt attracts more debt. Saving money attracts more money. It is always more simpler to get a new job when you're currently employed and you don't need the job. Period. Hello. Now, because someone feel like they're in competition, but that's a whole big thing. Okay. So, given how critical emotional need certification is to attraction, right? It's curious that few people know that their own top 4 personal and emotional needs are, while at the same time unfairly expecting those intimate partner relationships, and loved ones to intuitively figure out their needs without telling them. Hello? So keep that in mind, right? So satisfying your own personal and emotional needs work with all three laws of attraction. Say that one more time. Satisfying your own personal and emotional needs work with all three laws of attraction, right? Hello? Now, let's talk about the second one because I want to break it down with that one. Jeez Louise, the last one. Well, excuse me. Now, the second one is nature arbors a vacuum. What is that about, Empress? What is nature arbors a vacuum? So nature arbors a vacuum is literally about is thermodynamics. Okay, so it's impossible to create a completely empty space because atoms are always bouncing around and immediately fill up an empty space, right? So practically you experience how this works when you empty your junk drawer and find it full of stuff a few weeks later, right? So creators like when we create space in our existence, we easily attract new things. So say for instance, like me, I packed up the boxes in my house, um, and I was like, you know what? That's what, like we're working on that again, because I wound up attracting more stuff. So I was like, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to pack up the things in my house so we can move out of the house into our new home, like our newly built home, right? So that's what I was attracting, and I attracted more stuff. And I'm like, no. So now we're working before the Western Gregorian New Year comes to get all these things we attracted the hell out of here. We don't need them, we don't use them, and a lot of stuff is still in boxes. So we just like, you know what? Let's get this stuff out of here. Let's donate it. Let's put it in our library outside our home for the community, and let's just get it out of here so we can, like, you know what? Boom, we're ready to go. Everything's packed up, and that's what we're manifesting is getting the hell out of here to our new place, right? So instead of attracting more stuff, next time we're going to put the intent on this space is not to be filled in this home. It's not to be filled anymore, but it's to be filled in our new empty house, right? Hello? Intentions matter. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about nature arbors a vacuum, because like I said, um, the more you get rid of something and clear space for it, if you're not intentional what's going to fill that space, you're going to fill it right back up with the same thing, most likely. Um, Now, something that we don't talk about literally is the present, because as humans, like we talk about a lot here on the AM Inspiration Show to wake that ass up, is that humans are really those people of nostalgia, right? Nostalgia, they're focusing too far into the past, which causes depression, and they're hyper focusing on the future, which causes anxiety. And guess what? They're never in the present, because being in the present involves what? Accountability. It involves staying grounded. It involves actually dealing with your problems and processing shit. Period. Okay. you know um and like, so what do you mean by the present is always perfect? Because looking around you, like, you know what, well, it doesn't look perfect to me. There's wars going on, famine, all types of stuff going on, and it's just like, you can't stay in your career right now, and you just want to do something different all the time. And a lot of times it's easy to miss the forest for the trees. Hello? What do you mean for that? There's a whole forest beyond the trees when you're driving through. There's creeks, there's rivers, there's I do not like birds, but there is birds there though. Like, and also spiders, bears, tigers and bears. Oh my. Right. So it's really easy to miss the forest when you're focused on the trees. So it's literally like what we talked about a few moments ago when we talked about that. If you don't feel like you're attractive thing, you're only focusing on the outside. You're not doing the self work on the inside. So you can know that you're attractive. So you can know that you're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So you're not exploring that territory. So the trick to activating the third law of attraction is to make your current reality as perfect as possible. So, okay, humans by nature are perfectly flawed, and thank goodness to this day, I'm the only person that use that terminology, that we are perfectly flawed. There's so many coaches out here, philosophers, philanthropists, there's a lot of things that people say, and it's like reiterated a lot, but I'm just grateful that I'm still the only person to say that humans are perfectly flawed. Right. So, excuse me. So instead of complaining about your career, imagine that you will never be able to, like, leave your current job, so you have no choice but to master it and make it as perfect as possible. Now, if you want to leave your current job, please don't imagine that. Why would you be doing that? Keep that in mind as well. Take what I'm saying, take the meat and spit out the bones. Hello. Now, it might mean learning some new aspects of the job you rather not do, or learning how to manage someone that's rather difficult. But those communication skills, things of that nature, can definitely help you and assist you in all of that. So now we're going to get into the KPP. I know I love talking about the KPP, right? What's KPP, Empress? What is the KPP? If you're new here, the KPP is gaining knowledge, practicing, and perseverance. Okay, so if you are new here, there you are. Dun, dun, dun. Now you can also while you're doing all those things, you can make sure you're doing action behind it, like showing up for things you never showed up before at work. If you gain new knowledge, then you might get a better position at work. You might even get a new boss, or you might even use all the knowledge you had learned from your job and start your own business. Hello? Listen, we are what? We are limitless. Period. We are limitless. Listen, we are limitless. That is really that simple. It's nothing to really follow that up with. Um, because you'll get to a point where you're not so desperate to leave that place, and you're content and you're okay with doing this work to actually propel your life in a different way upwards. You get what I'm saying? Because if you are working and you're not working to work upwards, then why are you working at all? Hello? That's just a question. I believe everyone can elevate, right? So keep that in mind, that sometimes you got to be in places you don't want to be to get to where you want to go. And if that includes that position that you're in, start your 48 laws of power reading, work on your laws of attraction, and work on manifesting. But also make sure you're doing work like filling out applications, going on interviews. You don't have to tell your coworkers, you don't have to tell anyone. Just do these things on the side. Because like I said, unless you're going to networking events and meeting people, or you have like a nice strong network, no one's gonna be like, hey, I got a job for you. Unless you're showing up somewhere in life to allow that to happen. You're showing up, whether it's online presence or a business that you're doing or a collaboration that you may have done outside of work, then the possibilities are extremely are still limitless as well. So keep that in mind. When you're doing the work, the possibilities are limitless. Hello? Now, with that being said, I'm so happy y'all dropped in. I'm happy y'all dropped in. This was very fun today. We are having a room. If you have the app Clubhouse, I want you to download it. Download that app Clubhouse, because at 11 o'clock, we are having a room on the 3 laws of attraction. Now, if you're listening to this later on in the day, guess what? There's going to be a replay. So you can download the app anyway and come to our club called Sustainable Relationships, the one and the only club called Sustainable Relationships on the app. So check us out, come through and listen to that replay, and also follow the house. With that being said, this was the one, the only, often imitated, never duplicated AM Inspiration Show to wake that ass up, period. Consciously, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, and soulfully. Hello. 7 days a week, 365 at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that being said, I will check you out tomorrow on Sun. Yay. Hello. Yes, we'll check you out tomorrow with another dope topic. And don't forget, tomorrow, we go on our break because tomorrow's our 60th episode. I mean, Monday is our 60th episode, but tomorrow, we get ready for that break in the podcast, because we're going to come back for season 2, and we starting off strong with Friendship Week. Yeah. Peace, y'all.